Queen of the South fans, if you have just finished watching episode 8 either last night, today, or 3 times like I have, your mind is completely blown, right? So this episode is Todo Lo Que Toco, which is the English translation for everything I touch. And I think that we are realizing that lately everything that Teresa touches is going to shit. She knows it. She is ready to get out of the business. We started this episode off with a bang, wondering who was under that sheet, which I did call Oksana, and it ended with a bang. So shout out to Benjamin Lobato, who was the director of episode 8. The symmetry in the first scene is amazing, even from like James and Chicho coming up and Pote standing directly in the like middle of the door. Oh, I love symmetry. So I was like, that moment was like key to me. But Oslando, he made a foul mistake choosing his childhood friend over Teresa. He should have stayed with the queen because he just got beaten to death. And that was a very, very, very gory scene. I actually had to close my eyes while watching it. We haven't seen that kind of gory, gross, violent scene since Cortez. Cortez deserved that though, so whatever. But anyway, he made the wrong decision. There is no friend in this cartel life. It is family or foe and nowhere in between. So although Boaz probably would have killed his entire family had he gone back to Mexico and stayed with Teresa, his fate was met a little bit earlier at the hands of Teresa. All right, I just have to say, I am so happy that James is speaking up more. I think he kind of was backed into a corner because he now had to admit that Castell is working with the CIA. He had that information, but the revelation that took place in Teresa's reaction of, oh my God, you were doing that to protect me. I'm like, yes, James is a ride or die. So yeah, I know that King George was being protective and questioning it, but he has showed up and showed out every single episode this season that he is here to protect and save Teresa. And if people don't see that, get some glasses. Look at it harder. I love James. You guys know that. All right. The scene where Teresa was like, call Boaz. There was that heavy breathing. There was no music. There was just pure drama. Such a raw moment between Teresa and Pote. And usually music adds the dramatics to it, but that it was like so deadpan. Not deadpan, but you know what I mean. That scene was like really intense because she knew that he had to make this tough decision, and that's not easy because he is also her ride or die, probably even more so than James, people would say. But she forced it. They pulled up, and that explosive, literally explosive scene happened. I thought it was so badass, right? That she had a grenade. Like, where did she get that from, first of all? Does she just have like a little arsenal of grenades just laying around her mansion? But that damn Israeli soldier, if he didn't kick that little thing, it would have been just like a clean kill. Boaz would have been dead. Angel would have been dead. Kellyanne would have come home. All is right in the world. But no, because then there would be no drama behind it. And I know that this is killing Teresa day in and day out. I know she's ready to get out of the business. I know it broke her heart that she had to have Pote and Kellyanne leave. And I don't know who it's harder for. Especially, I think she gets a little defensive with her words and she's like, no, I don't need you. You know, when they're going after Kostya. I think the harder decision was on Pote, and I know Kellyanne is feeling that. So yeah, so much more drama, but this is not the end of them. They're not going to go away and disappear forever. They will be in the next 2 episodes, so please just wait. I personally am so happy that Angel died. I've been saying it all season. I hate this dude, and he got shot in the eye, which is the most like devious thing you could do. So shout out to Pote for being a real one on that. All right, we've seen in the teasers, right, that Devin is coming back. However, we, the royal we, did not know that he was the one that actually ordered Castell to start working with Boaz. And Castell, I think she needs to stay on the good side of the CIA to protect her own business, so she was willing to ruin her relationship with Teresa. I see it from a business aspect, but you know, if Castile goes down at this point, if Teresa ever comes across her in the next 2 episodes, which I highly doubt, she would kill her too. But she knows that she needs to get out. She needs to have Devin on her good side. He is asking the impossible of her to kill Costia. But I think with next week's episode, something big's gonna happen that, you know, Teresa's gonna have to act accordingly with and for Devin in order to help him get them out of the business and disappear completely. And like he was like, well, you're the biggest cartel, you figure this out. But she's gonna have some kind of leverage against him that he is going to have to help her get out of the business and just disappear completely and go legit. Hopefully she can just stay legit, but I have a feeling she's gonna have to go into hiding. But Kellyanne, let's talk about that quickly. She finally learned how to fend for herself. I'm so proud of her. That escape scene was amazing. She learned from the best of them. But you also have to take a look that when we first met Kellyanne, she was married to a man that was willing to kill her. And now she's with somebody that's willing to kill for her. She has found her one and only Potemkin. Oh, I know, he's such a teddy bear. I actually like adore him. Like, don't you want somebody that's like a teddy bear figure that's willing to just like shoot everybody for you? Me? Just me? Okay, well, just me. All right, so let's go back to the fact that, you know, after Kellyanne comes home, it is announced they're getting out of the business. James is also wearing white in that scene. White is such an intriguing, telling color of this season. You've seen Teresa predominantly wear it, sometimes mixing it with black. James is always in black. He's wearing white. Does this indicate the end of the tunnel? They're seeing the light. We will find out in the next 2 episodes, but I definitely think that there's something along those lines. You know, it's not done by mistake. Everything is very purposeful in this show, so we'll have to see. But Oksana, I did mention a couple episode recaps ago that I thought that she was grooming Oksana for her business. Kostya would have to get out of the way. I did call that, however, we did not know that truly it was going to be Oksana that would have been poisoned and have been under that sheet. So R.I.P. Oksana. Like, we always like thought that she would have been sketchy and maybe was gonna plot against Teresa, but in the end she was showing her loyalty to Teresa. Women in business, women empowerment. But in the end, Kostya did get her, and now he is coming for the queen. A lot of people, we talk about the reflection scenes, and I noticed that the only like mirror reflection scene that I saw in the episode was after she had just sent Pote and Kellyanne away. There is a mirror shot as James is approaching into the room, and then Kostya calls, right? And that brought me back to the fact that it is just the 2 of them, nobody else. They're willing to go against the enemy, right? We met Teresa and James solo in the first season, just the 2 of them. Granted, they were working for Camilla, but it was just the 2 of them in the beginning, and it sounds like it's going to be the 2 of them to the bitter end. And that love scene little clip that shows up in episode 9 is what all the Teresa fans have been waiting for. This is literally the moment we have all been waiting for. 9 whole ass episodes. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I will see you guys next week, but before I go, and correct me if I am wrong, the death count was 17. Very, very bloody episode, but people gotta die. That's all I have to say. I will see you guys next week, but make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff that everybody always tells you in every video, and stay in touch. You know, definitely comment, DM me. I want to start more of a dialogue. I want to predict what's going to happen in these next 2 episodes. All right, so Till next week, guys. Peace.